These sides from different sides of the tracks tonight, starting as equals on a broad stage with a big prize. Orlando currently 5th in the Eastern Conference, 4 points above the playoff line with 6 games remaining of the season. Pereira, Moutinho.
And feels the environment and pressure against them because, let's be honest, Sacramento's playing with house money.
Foster, Lopez. And tonight these players are on $10,000 per man to lift the US Open Cup. It's Lagrassa. Breaks for Cara. Now for the Spaniard, Keco, but it's won by Moutinho. For the Uruguayan, Araujo. Facundo Torres. First shot in anger.
A little bit more freedom suits Oscar Pereira in Orlando City.
Took just over 7 minutes for the first genuine effort at goal of this 107th US Open Cup final.
Opportunity in front of goal.
Angulo. Good turn by Pereira. He was vulnerable to the tackle from Lopez. Temperature, by the way, is around about 80 degrees. The real feel is 90.
A good spot there from Keco.
Keco finds Foster. Pereira's down for Orlando. Referee plays advantage. Doesn't really come to pass. Lagrassa gets the ball out from beneath his feet. It's Torres. Look at Juan on the outside. Facundo Torres finds Juan. 3-weight. Angulo goes in for it. And it was a very important challenge. Aerial threat. Short to Pereira. Moutinho. Header by Antonio Carlos. Ultimately in charge of the men's national team setup. Here's Foster. And Malik Foster has a chance. Clear sight of goal for the first time.
That's how Sacramento is going to create chances, is immediately turning it over and then finding the feet of Foster and allowing Keco and Lopez and maybe even at times Felipe to get forward.
But he was in charge of Orlando as a USL team who beat 2 MLS teams before their ascension to Major League Soccer themselves. One of them, Colorado, managed by Oscar Pereira. Foster.
I enjoyed catching up with Danny yesterday. I had absolutely no idea that you two used to work together.
On Canadian television.
Is that why he became a coach?
Unkind. Torres. You mentioned Connor Donovan. Luis Felipe. Villader. Switch of play looking for Gurr. Angulo. Angulo. Torres. It's beyond Angulo and will come from Moutinho. Still a man down for the Lions. Angulo. Moutinho. Torres. Finally away by Lopez. Gurr. Torres. KC. Sacramento give it up. And there's a chance for Torres. Lagrassa got back to make a meaningful challenge. Guerrero with an appealing angle to try and exploit. Gurr.
Good defending. So Lee Desmond needs to be on his toes in defending Moutinho.
Pereira.
Good defending.
Here's Felipe with the header. Foster. Antonio Carlos, referee poised with the whistle. And that is the midway point, at least if it is to be decided in 90 minutes of the 107th US Open Cup final. Disappointment of the door to MLS for the time being closing on them. Now enjoying their USL status, their mark as underdogs here.
Let's run through a wall and see what happens.
Gurr off the field, temporarily having received treatment on it. Rodrigo Lopez with the set piece. And this will come out to Matt Lagrassa to strike, and he'll win a corner via Moutinho. Sacramento's corresponding run of league form rather more sketchy, 3 defeats in their last 5. Since they won it. Whacked it straight against his own man, Moutinho, who's been semi-polaxed by that. Keko. Malik Foster, Jamaican international. This goes against Donovan. Then Orlando's semi-final, a 5-1 wipeout of the New York Red Bulls. Previous 2 rounds, the line.
Move from a manager, and I think rightfully so from Oscar Pereira, bringing in a little bit more mobility up front with Benji Michel.
Once more, Araujo. Immediately, Benji Michel into the thick of the action. That's just his transfer fee before you start talking about wages. Moutinho. Pereira. This is Torres. Junior Urso. Now they're appealing for hands. Remember, no VAR. Urso again. 5 clubs in La Liga, 1 in Serie A. As his role for the night is done. Pereira. Araujo. Who ran a little slow, a little indecisive.
You just get the feeling the game's coming a little unhinged, don't you?
And here's Foster, hauled down by Antonio Carlos, and that must be the first yellow of the night. Change of angle, Lopez swings it goalwards. And Galese is caught, having punched the ball, and a free kick will be given.
Well, straight off the training ground, right? But that goalkeeper, the only thing he can do is defend his goal.
Lopez. Clipped in for Martinez.
Mind your creative players to impact the game. Great. You asked me at halftime, when does this game change and become more difficult for Orlando City? And I said 65th, 70th minute. If they don't have a lead, the anxiety and pressure is going to build. Ooh, bad turnover here.
Casey caught. Here's Facundo Torres! Breakthrough! Accompanied by utter bedlam.
15-20 minutes, and Sacramento throughout the entire night had not done anything to hurt themselves other than that giveaway from Casey. But it's the touch pass from Benji Michel that allows Facundo Torres to hit this first time. Great pressure here from Angulo. Turn it over, but now this pass here has to be hit so he can hit it first time. And how's that for a finish from Facundo Torres? The 22-year-old has stepped into Major League Soccer and made Orlando City his team. 1-0.
Here's Villader. And what must poor Dan Casey be feeling now? Luis Felipe's arm came out and it made contact. Malik Foster goes off. La Grassa goes off, and their replacements are Luther Archimed, gangling striker, formerly with Sochaux in France. He scored twice for the Galaxy, and one of them was against an Oscar Pereira team. Here's Michel, round the goalkeeper. Orlando with a chance to seal it, and back came Dan Casey. And Dan Casey made the challenge, looks aghast at the referee. Yellow card comes out.
To Orlando City with Michel up front. He's more unpredictable. He can stretch the back line. He can chase things that you weren't getting from Carl. I mean, just a great little touch here, and I felt like he took too long. Casey coming in from behind.
Momentary hush over Exploria Stadium. 10 minutes to play in the final. And Torres may just have put this beyond plucky Sacramento Republic's reach.
And changing it for Orlando City. More unpredictability, more fluidity, more pace up front. And their big-time signing from Uruguay, 22 years old, Facundo Torres, with his second of the night, to allow Facundo Torres to thrive. Pereira has played a little deeper in the midfield. It's allowed Torres.
Kyle Smith replaces him, and Tesho Akindele is sent on to do mischief too. Header for the goalkeeper to deal with. Orlando nearly collected there. Kept alive for Lopez, who sizes one up, and Gallese wasn't moving. The Tampa Bay Rowdies, but also now alongside Facundo Torres. Neither of them overburdened with trophies in their career, so this, even at their advanced stage, will be a special night. And they're replaced by 21-year-old Pereira and the Peruvian international midfield player Wilder Cartagena. The LA Galaxy and Sporting Kansas City is in itself a remarkable achievement, but that's a tired clearance by Vitiello. It's Pereira. And then it's a rather angular effort by Cartagena.
You've got to tip your cap to Oscar Pereira, don't you? Just because he saw the game, saw the way the second half started, and knew he needed to make the right sub in the right moment, and he did so with Michel coming in.
And here is Benji Michel seeking to finish it and succeeding. Orlando City head over heels for the US Open Cup.
Smiling because his introduction to this game completely turned it on its head in Orlando City's favor. Your whole job as a player is to impact the game in any way you can. And more often than not, Benji Michel is a spark off the bench. He changes the game. The game opens up. His pace impacts the game. And his unpredictability has asked a ton of questions tonight of Sacramento.
Stood up to the challenge, defiantly, doggedly. Carried an occasional threat. But now the moment of coronation. The biggest moment in the history of Orlando City.